At the ongoing National Assembly session, several National Assembly deputies Saturday stressed the need for Vietnam to make policy changes and diversify markets. Ha Sai Dong, a deputy from Quang Tri Province, said that the escalating tension between the U.S. and China is not confined to trade. It is also a long-term political conflict that has had visible impacts on Vietnam's economy, he said. The obvious impacts are higher risks in trade, and fluctuating currency and capital flows, Dong said. A report by the National Center for Socioeconomic Information and Forecast (NCIF) released in August said that Vietnam's GDP could drop 0.03% this year, 0.09% next year, and 0.12% in 2020 and 2021 due to impacts of the U.S.-China trade war. This equals a GDP drop of 1.65 trillion Vietnamese dongs, $71 million this year, and 5.3 trillion Vietnamese dongs, $228 million next year. The decline will climax at 8 trillion Vietnamese dongs, $344 million in 2021. The Vietnam Institute for Economic and Policy Research (VPR) had previously cautioned that the trade war could prompt large corporations to send their capital back to the developed countries as developing countries lose their attraction. Technology giants like Foxconn are investing more in manufacturing in the U.S. as a result of the trade war, the VPR noted. We need to diversify our markets and trade partners to reduce dependence on China and the U.S., Dong stressed. In the first 9 months this year, the U.S. was Vietnam's largest export market, accounting for 19.5% of Vietnam's total exports, a growth of 13.2% year-on-year, according to Vietnam Customs. China was the third largest export market, with the highest growth rate of 29.9%. It was also Vietnam's largest import market, accounting for 27.3% of Vietnam's total imports. Tran Tuan An, Minister of Industry and Trade, said that as geographical and political tensions between the U.S. and China escalate, the Vietnamese government needs to limit risks for the country. He told the National Assembly that he would report in more detail on this issue. Taking advantage, Dong said that Vietnam could also benefit from the tensions, exporting more to the U.S. and welcoming more foreign direct investment as companies leave China. U.S. sports apparel company Brooks Running has recently announced that it is considering shifting its manufacturing operations from China to Vietnam to avoid the trade war tariffs of 45%. Adidas CEO Kasper Rorsted also said in May that his company was shifting footwear sourcing from China to Vietnam, and data from Nike showed that Vietnam produced 46% its footwear last year, against 27% in China. The U.S.-China trade war escalated last month as the U.S. levied new tariffs of 10% on about $200 billion worth of Chinese products, with the tariffs to go up to 25% by the end of this year. China retaliated immediately with 5 and 10% tariffs on $60 billion worth of U.S. products.